Do you need help to solve the WGU D431 Objective Assessment in Digital Forensics and Cybersecurity? You're in the right place. The aims of our extensive guide are to walk you through the most important aspects of this crucial course and supply you with the necessary tools. In this video, we will cover questions from cryptography concepts, cybersecurity threats, digital forensics, network security, and data security laws. So, let's get started. 1. What is the name of the cryptographic function that splits blocks of data into two parts? A. Block cipher. B. Feistel function. C. Stream cipher. D. Caesar cipher. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Feistel function. Explanation. The Feistel function is used in many symmetric block ciphers and splits the data into two parts. This method is widely used in encryption algorithms such as DES. 2. What term describes a set of codes defining all the various keystrokes you could make, including letters, numbers, and characters? A. Unicode. B. ASCII. C. UTF-8. D. Base64. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. ASCII. Explanation. ASCII is a standard set of codes for representing characters on a computer, including letters, numbers, and special characters. 3. Which attack involves applying every possible key in the key space to decrypt a message? A. Man-in-the-middle attack. B. Brute force attack. C. Replay attack. D. Dictionary attack. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Brute force attack. Explanation. A brute force attack attempts to decrypt a message by trying all possible keys in the key space until the correct one is found. 4. In cryptography, what is the process of converting ciphertext back into plain text called? A. Encryption. B. Decryption. C. Encoding. D. Hashing. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Decryption. Explanation. Decryption is the process of converting encrypted data, ciphertext, back into its original form, plain text, using a key. 5. Which type of evidence includes charts that explain technical concepts to the judge and jury? A. Real evidence. B. Documentary evidence. C. Demonstrative evidence. D. Testimonial evidence. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Demonstrative evidence. Explanation. Demonstrative evidence is used to help explain other evidence, often in the form of visual aids like charts. 6. Which type of malware waits for a specific condition to execute its damage? A. Virus. B. worm. C. Logic bomb. D. Trojan horse. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Logic bomb. Explanation. A logic bomb is a type of malware that executes malicious actions when a specific condition is met, such as a date or event. 7. What does BIOS stand for? A. Basic Input/Output System. B. Binary Information Organization System. C. Basic Information Output System. D. Binary Input/Output Structure. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Basic Input/Output System. Explanation. BIOS stands for Basic Input/Output System and is responsible for booting up the computer and initializing the hardware. 8. What method of cryptography shifts each letter of a text by a certain number in the alphabet? A. Vigenère cipher. B. Block cipher. C. Caesar cipher. D. Substitution cipher. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Caesar cipher. Explanation. The Caesar cipher shifts letters by a fixed number in the alphabet. It is a basic form of substitution cipher. 9. What is the unique identifier number developed by the FCC to identify cell phones? A. IMEI. B. ICCID. C. MSISDN. D. ESN. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. D. ESN. Explanation. The electronic serial number, ESN, is a unique number developed by the FCC to identify cell phones. 10. Which type of data is considered volatile and may be lost when the machine is powered down? A. Metadata. B. Volatile data. C. Non-volatile data. D. Persistent data. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Volatile data. Explanation. Volatile data is data that changes rapidly and is often lost when the system is powered off, such as information stored in RAM. 11. What technique involves hiding a message within another file, such as an image or audio file? A. Encryption. B. Hashing. C. Steganography. D. Watermarking. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Steganography. Explanation. Steganography is the practice of hiding messages within other files, such as images or audio files, to avoid detection. 12. What is the main purpose of the chain of custody in digital forensics? A. To prevent unauthorized access to evidence. B. To ensure the evidence is encrypted. C. To verify the identity of witnesses. D. To track the control of evidence from collection to court presentation. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. D. To track the control of evidence from collection to court presentation. Explanation. The chain of custody ensures that evidence is properly handled and documented from the time it is collected to when it is presented in court. 13. Which cryptographic method uses the same key for both encryption and decryption? A. Asymmetric cryptography. B. Symmetric cryptography. C. Hashing. D. Block cipher. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Symmetric cryptography. Explanation. Symmetric cryptography uses the same key for both encryption and decryption, unlike asymmetric cryptography, which uses two different keys. 14. What is the process of converting plain text into an unreadable format using a key? A. Decryption. B. Hashing. C. Encryption. D. Encoding. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Encryption. Explanation. Encryption is the process of converting plain text into ciphertext using a key to prevent unauthorized access. 15. What does IMAP stand for in the context of email protocols? A. Internet Mail Access Protocol. B. Internet Message Access Protocol. C. Integrated Mail Access Protocol. D. Internet Mail Application Protocol. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Internet Message Access Protocol. Explanation. IMAP stands for Internet Message Access Protocol, which is used to retrieve email messages from a server. 16. What is the key space in cryptography? A. The number of keys used in an encryption algorithm. B. The total number of possible keys. C. The number of keys stored in a system. D. The storage location for encryption keys. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. The total number of possible keys. Explanation. The key space refers to the total number of possible keys that could be used in an encryption algorithm. 17. What is the name of the U.S. law that protects journalists from turning over work product to law enforcement before it is disseminated to the public? A. Communications Decency Act. B. Privacy Protection Act. C. Electronic Communications Privacy Act. D. Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Privacy Protection Act. Explanation. The Privacy Protection Act protects journalists from being forced to hand over materials before they are published or disseminated to the public. 18. What is the main function of an intrusion detection system, IDS? A. To prevent unauthorized access to a network. B. To monitor network traffic for suspicious activity. C. To encrypt sensitive network data. D. To perform forensic analysis of compromised systems. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. To monitor network traffic for suspicious activity. Explanation. An IDS monitors network traffic in real time, looking for suspicious activities that could indicate a security breach. 19. What is the primary characteristic of a rainbow table? A. It contains pre-calculated hash values for passwords. B. It is a method of encrypting data. C. It is a list of cryptographic algorithms. D. It stores multiple encryption keys. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. It contains pre-calculated hash values for passwords. Explanation. Rainbow tables are used in password cracking by storing pre-calculated hash values for potential passwords, speeding up the decryption process. 20. Which method is used to implement steganography in image files? A. Encryption. B. LSB, least significant bit. C. Base 64 encoding. D. Hashing. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. LSB, least significant bit. Explanation. The least significant bit, LSB method involves modifying the least significant bits of image pixels to hide data without noticeable changes to the image. 21. What is a brute force attack? A. An attack that intercepts and modifies communications. B. An attack that applies every possible key to decrypt a message. C. An attack that uses social engineering to gain access. D. An attack that exploits a known software vulnerability. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. An attack that applies every possible key to decrypt a message. Explanation. A brute force attack systematically tries every possible key in the key space to decrypt a message or gain access to a system. 22. Which log on a Windows system contains information about successful and unsuccessful login events? A. Application log. B. Security log. C. System log. D. Forwarded events log. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Security log. Explanation. The security log records successful and unsuccessful login attempts, making it important for forensic investigations. 23. Which type of evidence consists of physical objects that can be touched or held, such as a laptop or a handwritten note? A. Real evidence. B. Documentary evidence. C. Demonstrative evidence. D. Testimonial evidence. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. Real evidence. Explanation. Real evidence refers to tangible, physical items that are relevant to a case, such as physical objects with fingerprints or other forensic significance. 24. What does the Federal Privacy Act of 1974 regulate? A. The privacy and security of healthcare information. B. The handling of personal information by federal agencies. C. The privacy of electronic communications. D. The protection of intellectual property. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. The handling of personal information by federal agencies. Explanation. The Federal Privacy Act of 1974 regulates how federal agencies collect, store, and handle personal information about individuals. 25. Which cryptographic algorithm is a type of substitution cipher where the letters of the alphabet are shifted by a certain number? A. Wegener cipher. B. Caesar cipher. C. Block cipher. D. Feistel function. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Caesar cipher. Explanation. The Caesar cipher shifts the alphabet by a set number of positions to encrypt the text. It is one of the oldest known cryptographic techniques. 26. What is a CVSS score used for in cybersecurity? A. It measures the performance of cryptographic algorithms. B. It quantifies the risk of vulnerabilities in systems. C. It determines the size of a cryptographic key. D. It calculates the strength of encryption keys. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. It quantifies the risk of vulnerabilities in systems. Explanation. The common vulnerability. Scoring system, CVSS, is used to assess the severity of security vulnerabilities in systems and prioritize them for mitigation. 27. What type of storage uses NAND-based flash memory and contains no moving parts? A. Hard disk drive. B. Floppy disk. C. Solid-state drive, SSD. D. Magnetic tape. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Solid-state drive, SSD. Explanation. SSDs use NAND-based flash memory to store data, which makes them faster and more durable than traditional hard disk drives that use moving parts. 28. What is a denial of service, DOS, attack? A. An attack that modifies and intercepts communications between two parties. B. An attack that renders a system unable to respond to legitimate requests. C. An attack that installs malware on a target system. D. An attack that exploits software vulnerabilities to gain access to a system. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. An attack that renders a system unable to respond to legitimate requests. Explanation. A DOS attack overwhelms a system with a flood of requests, causing it to become unavailable to legitimate users. 29. What is a hash function's primary characteristic? A. It is reversible and can decrypt encrypted messages. B. It produces a fixed-length output from variable-length input. C. It uses symmetric keys for encryption and decryption. D. It encrypts and decrypts data using two different keys. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. It produces a fixed-length output from variable-length input. Explanation. A hash function generates a fixed-length output, called a hash, from an input of any size, and it is designed to be irreversible. 30. Which U.S. law governs the collection of GPS data and other empty communications? A. Communications Decency Act. B. Electronic Communications Privacy Act. C. Wireless Communications and Public Safety Act. D. USA Patriot Act. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Wireless Communications and Public Safety Act. Explanation. The Wireless Communications and Public Safety Act governs the collection and use of GPS location data and other nonverbal communications. Struggling with your WGU exams? We've all been there. Welcome to OAExams.com, your ultimate resource for WGU success. Find over 15,000 plus questions and answers. Join our thriving community of over 10,000 active WGU students and an impressive 100% success rate with our premium exam support. Visit OAExams.com today and take the first step toward guaranteed success. 31. What does file slack refer to in computer forensics? A. A corrupted file system. B. The space between the end of a file and the end of the last data cluster. C. Unused memory allocated by the operating system. D. The difference between allocated and unallocated space. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. The space between the end of a file and the end of the last data cluster. Explanation. File slack refers to the unused space between the logical end of a file and the end of the physical data cluster on disk. 32. What is a polymorphic virus? A. A virus that infects multiple types of files. B. A virus that can change its code to avoid detection. C. A virus that infects the system when specific conditions are met. D. A virus that spreads through multiple entry points. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. A virus that can change its code to avoid detection. Explanation. A polymorphic virus can modify its code or appearance to evade detection by antivirus software, making it harder to identify and remove. 33. What is the purpose of a brute force attack? A. To guess passwords by trying all possible combinations. B. To exploit known software vulnerabilities. C. To monitor network traffic for sensitive information. D. To install malware on a target system. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. To guess passwords by trying all possible combinations. Explanation. A brute force attack systematically attempts all possible password combinations to gain access to a system. 34. Which type of malware can replicate itself and spread to other systems without user intervention? A. Virus. B. Worm. C. Trojan horse. D. Spyware. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Worm. Explanation. A worm is a type of malware that replicates itself and spreads to other systems without any action required from the user, unlike viruses, which often need a host. 35. What is the purpose of cryptanalysis in cybersecurity? A. To create new encryption algorithms. B. To crack encrypted messages without the key. C. To encrypt sensitive information for protection. D. To generate cryptographic keys for secure communication. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. To crack encrypted messages without the key. Explanation. Cryptanalysis is the practice of breaking cryptographic systems and decrypting messages without having access to the encryption key. 36. What is the main characteristic of asymmetric cryptography? A. It uses the same key for encryption and decryption. B. It uses a different key for encryption and decryption. C. It creates a fixed-length hash of a message. D. It stores passwords in the system's registry. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. It uses a different key for encryption and decryption. Explanation. Asymmetric cryptography uses two different keys, one for encryption and another for decryption, allowing secure communication without needing to share the private key. 37. Which law criminalizes the exploitation of minors on the Internet in the U.S.? A. Sarbanes-Oxley Act. B. Communications Decency Act. C. Child Protection and Sexual Predator Punishment Act. D. Electronic Communications. Privacy Act. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Child Protection and Sexual Predator. Punishment Act. Explanation. The Child Protection and Sexual Predator. Punishment Act requires service providers to report the storage or transmission of child exploitation materials to law enforcement. 38. What type of evidence must be authenticated before it is used in court, such as email messages or call records? A. Real evidence. B. Documentary evidence. C. Demonstrative evidence. D. Testimonial evidence. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Documentary evidence. Explanation. Documentary evidence includes data stored in electronic form, such as emails or call logs, and must be authenticated before being presented in court. 39. What is an inode in the context of a file system? A. A command used to retrieve file permissions. B. A data structure that stores information about a file, excluding its name and data. C. A table used to store the contents of a file. D. A tool used to repair a corrupted file system. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. A data structure that stores information about a file, excluding its name and data. Explanation. Inodes in a file system contain metadata about a file, such as its size, owner, and permissions, but not the actual data or file name. 40. Which law governs the privacy of health information in the U.S.? A. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA. B. Electronic Communications. Privacy Act, ECPA. C. Sarbanes-Oxley Act. D. Privacy Protection Act. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA. Explanation. HIPAA governs the privacy and security of protected health information, PHI, in the United States. 41. What is a zero-knowledge analysis in the context of file system repair? A. An analysis method that requires minimal information about the file system. B. A technique for encrypting file system data. C. A method used to back up data before system repair. D. A method for physically repairing damaged hard drives. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. An analysis method that requires minimal information about the file system. Explanation. Zero-knowledge analysis involves recovering data from a damaged file system with limited knowledge about the system itself, often used in forensic analysis. 42. What is a key component of an email forensic investigation? A. Browser cache. B. Email headers. C. File system slack space. D. Network logs. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Email headers. Explanation. Email headers provide critical information, such as the sender, recipient, and routing details, which are essential in forensic investigations involving email. 43. Which law requires telecommunications carriers to build in surveillance capabilities for law enforcement agencies? A. Communications Decency Act. B. USA Patriot Act. C. Communications Assistance to Law Enforcement Act, 𝗬𝗓𝗓𝗍. D. Sarbanes-Oxley Act. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Communications Assistance to Law Enforcement Act, 𝗬𝗓𝗓𝗍. Explanation. CALEA requires telecommunications carriers to design their systems with built-in surveillance capabilities to allow law enforcement to monitor communications. 44. What is a forensic SIM cloner used for? A. Recovering deleted text messages. B. Cloning a SIM card to preserve data for analysis. C. Cracking a phone's encryption. D. Extracting passwords stored in a phone. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Cloning a SIM card to preserve data for analysis. Explanation. A forensic SIM cloner is used to create an exact copy of a SIM card so that data can be preserved and analyzed without altering the original. 45. What is the primary purpose of a business continuity plan, BCP? A. To mitigate cybersecurity threats. B. To maintain minimal operations during a disruption. C. To ensure compliance with legal regulations. D. To restore systems after a security breach. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. To maintain minimal operations during a disruption. Explanation. A business continuity plan, BCP, ensures that a business can continue to operate at a basic level during a disaster or disruption until full operations can be restored. 46. Which tool is commonly used for performing steganography with MP3 files? A. QuickStego. B. MP3 Stego. C. Deep Sound. D. Stealth files. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. MP3 Stego. Explanation. MP3 Stego is a steganography tool used to hide data within MP3 audio files, allowing covert communication within the audio stream. 47. What is a memory-resident virus? A. A virus that only infects files on the hard drive. B. A virus that stays active in RAM after the system boots. C. A virus that infects the BIOS of the computer. D. A virus that spreads through network traffic. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. A virus that stays active in RAM after the system boots. Explanation. A memory-resident virus loads into the computer's RAM during the boot process and stays active while the system is running, allowing it to execute malicious actions without needing to infect files on the disk. 48. What is the key difference between real evidence and documentary evidence? A. Real evidence refers to physical objects, while documentary evidence is stored in electronic or written form. B. Real evidence includes emails and digital files, while documentary evidence includes physical objects. C. Real evidence must be authenticated in court, while documentary evidence does not. D. Real evidence can be used without verification, while documentary evidence requires a witness. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. Real evidence refers to physical objects, while documentary evidence is stored in electronic or written form. Explanation. Real evidence includes tangible objects like hardware, while documentary evidence includes written or digital documents, such as emails or contracts. 49. What is a block cipher in cryptography? A. A cipher that encrypts data one bit at a time. B. A cipher that encrypts data in fixed-size blocks. C. A cipher that uses two keys for encryption and decryption. D. A cipher that changes its key after each encryption. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. A cipher that encrypts data in fixed-size blocks. Explanation. A block cipher encrypts data in fixed-size blocks, typically 64 or 128 bits at a time, unlike stream ciphers, which encrypt data bit by bit. 50. Which U.S. law governs how investigators can obtain stored account records from network service providers? A. Communications Decency Act. B. Unlawful Access to Stored Communications Act. C. USA Patriot Act. D. Electronic Communications Privacy Act. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Unlawful Access to Stored Communications Act. Explanation. The Unlawful Access to Stored Communications Act regulates how law enforcement can access stored account records and contents from service providers. including ISPs and telecommunications companies. You've reached the end of our first question set. For the complete exam preparation experience, visit us at OAExams.com, where you'll find thousands more practice questions and comprehensive study guides. Thanks for studying with us today. See you in the next video.